off here. Hold on. We're getting mixed up all in kinds of stuff. I think that the best idea we could do at this point, hold on, would be to, you only leave on that side for some reason. I think the best thing we could do at this point would be to actually go, you know what? We're going to actually go and try to do something else. So I actually have a little idea. We'll show you kind of in a second. We'll go to the arena. Actually, hold on. Can we go to the fort? I wonder what if we can talk to the guy. We can try to tell him something. Oh, nope. Does not want us. Okay, so we may have burned our bridges with everyone. So I think there's only one solution, and that's to find this guy. And I took a while to look around, so I didn't just walk around for no reason. To just see it, because I do remember that they mentioned the name, and I did not find him. We just went around talking to nobody but the, we didn't really end up finding him, and I actually did end up finding him. It took a second to find him, though. So that's the only thing you really missed, was this guy. I want to talk to him. So let's check if everything's working all right first. Just in case. Yeah, everything should be working all right. It looks like everything's working all right. Okay, so Lord Antidus sent me to find the temple. You're my first stop. Yeah, but let's lie that way. Okay, hold on. You see a middle-aged man with a weathered face, half hidden by a scraggly beard. You ask if he's Dominus Ulpius, and the man nods, steps back, letting you in. What can I do for you, stranger? Lord Antidus sent me to find the temple. You're my first stop. I don't see how I can help you, since I never found it, says the man cautiously. Genazar added to the map. You know more than I do. At least you can tell me where the temple is not. Well, I suppose this is not really a secret. According to the map, the temple is somewhere northeast of Terran, but the map hasn't been drawn to scale, so it's almost impossible to pinpoint the exact location. What's worse is the map's been drawn before the war, so many places the map refers to are no longer there. Reports of a buried temple east of Mataran, so that's where we started. We set up camps and started combing the desert, looking for the signs of the temple. The problem is the desert never stays the same. Wind constantly shifts the sands, making dunes and moving them at will. Entire towns have been known to disappear under the shifting sand. So look for a buried temple in a desert, looking like a needle is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Still, we're optimistic, but that's when the attacks came. Attacks. We were too close to Mataran, too close to for Gaelus's comfort. I'm not sure what he thought we were doing there, but it's pretty clear they wanted us gone. At first, our scouts started disappearing, and then smaller camps came under attack. After losing a third of our men and some gear, we were forced to pack up and leave. I mentioned a buried temple. Several caravan masters reported seeing a buried complex emerging from the sand. The top of the pyramid surrounded by towers. They said it was pretty big as Terran ever was. Do you believe them? Their accounts were consistent, and they have no reason to lie. At the same time, deserts often play tricks on one's eyes, so perhaps that's all they saw. They all say that wasn't there. Okay. Dominus goes, we kept moving northeast until we came to a dead river and the ruins of some dock. The riverbed was covered in fog. We could see the remains of some ships, but not much else. We lowered several men down there and sent them to look for a way up, but they didn't return. Then we split our group into two, One went north to look for a way to cross the river. The other went south. I was with the group that went north. We didn't find a way across, but we found something far more interesting. A temple carved into the face of the mountain. Excuse me. At first we even thought we found the temple, that the gods led us to it. What happened to them? We rushed inside. We thought we'd already found it, but we all knew what Antidus was after. Had the temple already been looted, it would have been worthless. We had to find something valuable to bring back, something that would have made us all rich men. We had good lord masters with us, and Antidus spared no gold getting us the best men, and they were worth every coin. They knew what to look for and what to do with it before any of us could even blink. They went through the temple like hounds following a scent. They found hidden chambers and moving platforms to take us down to lower levels. We thought we found the inner sanctum, but instead we found hell itself under our feet. I knew what it was at that moment. I saw it. Hellgate from the old stories. I begged the lore masters to leave it alone, but they were lost in the machines. I doubt they heard a word I said, so I left them to their fate, and a few men went with me, but most stayed there. When the ground shook, I knew the fools had awakened the machines. Then we heard the first screams. We knew better than go back and try to save anyone. Is that why you never tried to find the temple again? It changed something in me. I mean, we've all heard the stories about the olden days, but when they become real right before your eyes, you start thinking, what other stories are real? What if Galus is right to fear the artifacts? Maybe we really should lock them up and never and throw away the key. I hope you never find it. What about the other group? The one went south. I never heard from them again. I assume they're all dead, much like the rest of the expedition. Do you remember the mountain, where Temple of the Mountain was? Okay. Somewhere northeast of here, from here. A few weeks' journey, maybe more. I wish I could be more help, but the job was to keep us moving forward, secure the temple, not to fiddle around with the astrolabe. Whose job was it? Gaius Levinus was the best cartographer I've ever worked with, but I'm not sure he can be much help with you either. He was with me all the way, and it changed him too. He stayed with me for a year, mostly staring blankly and talking to himself. Then he went to Ganazar. He just mentioned the towers of Zemeti. He just wanted us to find a way in. I told him that we should stay clear of it, but he didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to hear that. What else can you tell me? I've often wondered about the map itself over the years. I've seen a fair number of them, and none of them were made by a cartographer. My guess is that they were made by the temple acolytes. They did their best, but they didn't really know what they were doing. My question is why? It's almost as if they knew that something was coming and they were told to make the maps to ensure the temple was found one day. Thank you for your help. Uh-oh. Sure. And if I refuse, obviously it wasn't going to turn out well. Enter the main hall. Lord Galus holds court, receiving daily visitors, a row of guards from a barrier between the Lord... Okay, we already know that. We talked to this guy before. So Antitus still wants to find the temple. He doesn't learn, does he? Asked Galus. He speaks like a true statement, addressing the audience rather than speaking directly at you. Last time he sent a small army. This time he sent you. Are you that good, or is Antitus desperate? Hold on. Didn't he force us to accept him as leader? Hold on, I'm confused. Okay, hold on. Because you don't understand what they are doing, what they're doing are the ones who should be watched the most. Do you have any idea what it is you're trying to find for Antitus? They say it was a place of great power. Would you deliver that power, abandoned for a good reason, mind you, to Antitus, who put it to use without hesitation? Would you destroy what's left of our lands? Would you rather I deliver it to you? I'd rather it remains lost. But since there is no shortage of fools willing to look for it, I want you to find it and seal it for good. And if you want to, and I want you to help me. Titus isn't a fool, so you aren't tempted by power. Titus isn't a fool. No, he has found He has found a way to control magic. He must be a very powerful magus then to prevail where thousands of imperial magi have failed. So you aren't tempted by power at all. Tempted by the power that destroyed an empire? I think not. I'm well familiar with the old world's magic, and trust me when I tell you that it can't be controlled. When you unleash a hurricane or a wildfire, don't complain when it burns your house down. Okay, so this guy's fairly reasonable, I guess. Desperate men might be willing to risk it all, but I'm far from desperate. Today I've ruled the largest city. In 10 years I will rule all, with or without your help. But I can assure you that helping me will be a lot more rewarding than meddling in my affairs. You want me to believe that all those magi were fools who play with fire? Does the world not around you speak for itself? The magi tampered with the very fabric of reality. What unfathomable arrogance and blindness. Hundreds of years have passed, but this city still bears the scars. I suggest you visit the Abyss, if you haven't already done so. It's a reminder of the horrors of the past and a warning to heed its lessons. Okay, what have you done about the stories of demons and gods? They've been awfully quiet since the war, haven't they? One can almost think that they were invented by fools like Antitus, who couldn't face the fact that the empire was brought to its knees by some savages from beyond the sea. Supernatural beasts had to be involved somehow. Okay, so how did the savages bring the Empire to its knees? You know what I think. The Empire had ruled too long unopposed and had gone soft. The Kantari came to caught them by surprise, and by the time we remembered how to fight, the war was all but lost. Caution was thrown to the wind, and the Magi were given free rein. They won the war, but were still paying the price. What do you know about the temple? Not that much, actually. I believe that I heard about it for the first time when Antidus mounted his expedition. I've consulted my lore masters since then, but all I've learned is that the temple of Thorgoth, all I've learned is that the temple of Thorgoth the Artificer. It was the temple of Thorgoth the Artificer. Okay, so that sounds artificers like that's imagining items. So there might be some neat items. It was said that the Magi traveled there to improve their craft and build arcane devices of great power, which certainly explains Antidus' interest. What do you want me to do? Okay, I want you to find the temple and deliver it to me. Okay. Galus tells you the guards take you back dutifully to escort you to the house. All right. Man, are we just getting all kinds of twisted? Fetching an army, go to Huron's Pass. Talk to Gaius Lavinius and Ganazar. We're gonna go to Heron's Pass, I guess. Can I go out of this area? Local map, world map. Yeah, we can go to world map. Can I go to Terran and I guess not. I wonder if I go to Terran, am I just gonna die? Wait, you want to leave Mataran? Any unsolved events would unfold without you. Sure. Lord Gallius attempts to bolster his forces with Ordu tribesmen and ends in failure. With the word of his gambit. Oh, so actually, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna go back on that one. So you can't just freely travel. I don't normally like to reset, like go back and do stuff. But that one feels a little bit unsure. Because when it said unsolved events, let's just change. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to go back because I don't want to, because I feel like that was. I feel like that one was a bit rough. Autosave. Was that hopefully before that? Because my understanding is that because I would have had to have left to go to the pass. So it doesn't bother it as long as you go to the... Okay, hold on. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I have to go all the way back. We're going to do this again. We're going to skip through. But I really wish that there was... we'll call it. Because we would have to have gone to the pass. So when did that end? When did that fail the quest for the pass? Is it just me, or when any of that failed the quest for the pass? I don't know. Maybe someone else saw that, but I didn't think that was going to pass time. So I normally like to play Bronze Man, of where we don't load back, but that one I'm giving to myself because it was going to make me have to world travel anyway. So I didn't think that there was a time that world travel must take time. Because if you look here... Hold on, where are we? Okay, let's go out. So we're gonna talk to Dominus again. And we're gonna do all that conversation again. But while we're doing it, I wanna kind of mention my case here. And I don't know okay, I do know they're making a new game. And I guess this is to the devs of the game. If world travel is also a feature that doesn't take time, maybe specified quest things don't. Does that make sense? Because it wanted us to go to Heron's Pass, but it failed the Heron's Pass thing, even though I would have to world travel to get to Heron's Pass. I don't know if that just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it's just me who finds that a little odd. But we're not gonna stick with that one because I'm not sticking with something that I didn't think was telegraphed in any way. Because if we look at the map here, hold on, if we look at the map. Hold on, where is the map button? Where'd the map button go? Actually, speaking of. I don't know where the map button went. There we go. World map. So we could go to the pass, but it wouldn't speed time. But it would. But going to Terran would speed time. You see, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So that might be me, but I'm giving myself a mulligan on that one. Anyone else can fight me. Anyone else can fight me on that one. Because by giving me the option to go to the passes travel, it's implying to me that I can go whenever I want. If that makes any sense. Go on. Oh, hold on. We actually missed something, so let's actually see this. We kept moving northeast till they came to a dead river. Okay, hold on. No, that's the same. Okay, we're going to just go along with everything we did. We're going to skip through. Approach. Why do you care? Do. And Tidus isn't a fool. You aren't tempted by power at all. Okay. Okay, we're back. So, if I go that way, will I lose Ganazar? Can I only choose one? Is that... Okay, I don't know if that's the case. So, is it I do Ganazar or the pass? Or can I do both? Okay, so the pass doesn't take any time. Okay, so that if they're making a new game, I haven't seen it yet, but if they have the same map system, have some kind of notice. Please, for everyone's sake, have some kind of... Like, I know you had the notice, right? But if I hadn't clicked on the pass yet and tried to travel, I wouldn't know it's any different. Like, put like a notice that's like, doesn't have like a green dot even, or a red dot. Like a green dot of this takes no time, you can freely go back and forth between, and a red dot of if you go, this ends the chapter. This ends the chapter. Because, okay, so you've heard many stories about Heron's Pass, but in the stories, it was a legendary place. High in the mountains, great warriors, with each worth 100 of the wasteland scum. We were tasked to ensure the safety of the southern cities. Time and time again, they held the pass against those who would destroy us. Travelers bold enough to brave the dangers spoke to the towers almost touching the clouds. Picturesque views and horrors of the wasteland. As usual, the reality proved to be far less glamorous. The pass is nothing but a wide ledge on the side of a mountain. 2 walls blocked by the edge, forming a makeshift fort, housing 2 small buildings, a place to sleep and a place to exit. Old weather-beaten towers threatened to fall apart at any moment. The great warriors look more like the very cutthroats they're supposed to defend travelers against than any military men. They're well armed, perhaps too well, so they wouldn't be surprised if they do a little bit of raiding on the side. Okay, this is actually a perfect one. Have, like, you know how the map has where you can open it? Like a subsection? Have the pass be a subsection of this area. Does it make sense? Like, that's how I would do it. Is you have this area, and then it's a subsection of this area. And you can travel between all the subsections without passing time. Because otherwise, there's no tell that that's going to, that I'd be able to go here and everything else wouldn't fail. Now, it may have. If it says that I failed the Ganazar quest, then I know that this took time. But, guard, we're looking for business until further notice, says one of the guards cheerfully. Centurion Bass went to hunting, so I'll be your host until he comes back. Let us have a little conversation. What's on the other side that's so important to you? Okay, so body count. A traitor didn't make it back when he's supposed to. I was hired to find him and bring him back. If he's alive, the longer I sit here, the less chance I have finding him. Then lore streetwise. A trader told me that he saw some ruins. Okay, I want to get here before anyone else does. Body count. Is that like if a bunch of people are dead? I'm gonna go lore streetwise because we're good at lore streetwise. Succeed. Nobody's allowed in or out until we get the situation under control, says the guard. You can stay here for a few days, provided you have some money you can pay for the hospitality. And I hope that will be sorted out quickly. You gain insight. Okay. I've had a lot of fun with the game so far, but that bothered me a little bit. That bothered me a little bit. 'Cause I don't know how I could have... without trying to go to the pass, I don't know how I would know that the pass was any different. Okay, blacksmith. Oh, that guy's trying to talk to us. Ramirez. Are you looking for trinkets? Asks the one guard, stocky man with a round face and squinty, pig-like eyes. Why, do you have any? Do I have any? Asks the man, smiling wide. Only the best and rarest. A few lore masters go beyond this wall. Fewer still ever manage to come back. But those who do bring back wonders unlike anything you've ever seen. He pulls a heavy bundle out of his bag and slowly unwraps it, revealing a strange glove. It's heavy yet clearly made for combat, as if the fingers are too thick and bulky. The wrist of the glove is blue steel band decorated with strange protrusions. You call a drawing of a magus in one of the manuscripts. The gloved hand of the magus outstretched with a swirling mist. The glove was glowing, and it looked like it had power tubes filled with divine breath of the gods loaded in the metal protrusions. What's that? It's an expensive and rare artifact, says the guard with certainty. If you don't like it, go back to some arrowheads and old pottery. This is where the real deal is. Maybe the Magi used to shoot fireballs at each other. Maybe just master of ceremonies used it to wipe the Emperor's majestic behind. Either way, the significance of the artifact can't be overstated. I know that $3,000. I know I can get $3,000 for it easy, but I like you, so I take 1,000. What do you say? I don't have enough money. Did the Lord Master have anything to say before he died? He had an arrow in the chest, fever high, enough to fry eggs, so he wasn't in the mood for a lengthy discussion. I was surprised he even managed to get back in that state. He mumbled something about ghost hands, other planes, and other things that are within your reach. Clearly, the message was meant for you, so why don't you grab this glove and be on your way? I don't have the money. I think we're in a situation of where we kind of skipped a bunch of stuff. Or we end up going somehow in a... I think, okay, there's a Praetor class, which is a talker in combat. I think we somehow went on like a Praetor path. And we're in this a weird situation of we're not really well equipped for all this. Verada. We gotta think of what we're gonna do. Yeah, a Velite. Blacksmith. Door that goes into somewhere. Maybe that goes to something we can do. Quartermaster, I guess he would just sell us goods, browse wares. I mean, I guess we can sell some of our stuff, I guess. How much is that ruby ring now? 30 gold? The thing is, I'm not even sure if that would be even worth it. Oh, I forgot I had an Eagle Eye potion. I could have used that in that other situation. Totally forgot about a Commercium ring. I'm going to keep this stuff. Can't really do anything. I do like the green color scheme, though. And some of that gear here has. I really don't know what to do here. A little bit of a loss. Wait till dark? Yes. Okay, the camp is dark and quiet. The only obstacles between you and the Ordu camps are 2 guards. Approach them slowly. You don't want to get shot accidentally. Yeah. The Ordu are coming. They will be here in 2 days. Gillis doesn't know for sure, but at least 3,000, maybe 5, 6. We're going to do that. Your words have the desired effect. Why are you telling me this? Asked the guard, glancing around. You know why, because you don't have to die here. Get out here while you still can. If the Imperial Guards cared about this pass, they would have kept 1,000 men here. If they don't, why should you? Or streetwise, because you deserve to know the truth. I was sent to stop the Ordu, but the Imperial Guards won a war. That's why they closed off the pass. Are you willing to die for a war? I'm going to say persuasion. All right, we're getting out of here now. You do whatever you want to do. It's no longer my problem. Okay, go to the Ordu camp. I should probably have upgraded my persuasion. At least persuasion's coming in. They're throwing us a bone at least a little bit. Feels like persuasion has a lot of combat checks on its path, unless somehow we skipped how to get into persuasion mostly path. Takes you almost 2 weeks to reach your Ordu camp. It's a loose arrangement of round tents made of felt worn out and patched. The camp reminds you of a busy bazaar. It smells of cured meat and strange spices. All around you, the Ordu tend to their business, fixing their tents, butchering sheep, curing leather, working with metals, fletching arrows. The men seem indifferent to your presence. Perhaps your reputation as a great warrior simply hasn't reached them yet. What? See, he's mentioned as a great warrior, but when have we ever been a great warrior? I think we somehow got on a path designed for praetors or something like that. Door is barred. Let's just go this way. And that guy might talk to us. We can talk to him. Oh, hold on. Before we do, let's go ahead and spin those skills, shall we? We might as well stake everything onto talking, because at this point, that's all we got. That's our only hope. And let's boost trading a little bit, because it seems like trading's come in. Yeah, we're a praetor, so I guess we got thrown into a praetor situation in which it's expecting us to be good at combat. You're not welcome in my gur, southerner, says Bolutai, his face showing no emotions. Okay. You enter the tent. Several armed men are sitting on carpets thrown on the ground, laughing and talking. Decorations are simple. It doesn't seem like the Khan has much use for gold or works of art. There's a throne that seems out of place, probably taken from some lord and kept as an inside joke. The men slowly get up. One of them looks at you and says formally, "I grant you the guest rights of my camp in Gur. Now speak." Okay, so are we going to end up just working for someone else now? Is that how this campaign's going to go? I'm wondering if this is going to just where we just constantly just change who we're following. I bring greetings from Lord Galus. I asked for steel, yet Galus sends me more greetings. Is this the way of the southern Khans? Calm him down. It's waiting for you in Madaran. Provoke him. Who are you to question Lord Galus? Now that you've agreed to serve him, you'll do wise to calm him down. Let's do that. I told the men who came before you, my people are divided. Some would rather stay here and give up our ways and live in tents made of stone. To bridge the gap, I need to give them something to show them this alliance is good for our people. You understand? Perhaps if I talk to them. Talk, scoffs the Khan. That's all you city dwellers do. You should let good steel do the talking for you. But you're here and steel isn't. Talk to Belgutai. He's one of my commanders, lord of 1,000 warriors. Years ago, he would have drunk anything to prove my loyalty, but today he thinks he can oppose me. Why does he oppose you? Why? Because he doesn't know any better. Belgutai is young. The warrior's way is the only way he knows. He believes only in the sword and sees no further than its tip. He thinks that the Skyfather is testing us, and if we stay on the plains and survive, we will grow stronger and we'll be able to defeat our enemies. He isn't alone in his thoughts. That's why we haven't moved yet. I don't want to risk an open confrontation. Many people will side with him. If he chooses to oppose me, they call him Bolad Reborn. Bolad? Bolad was a great warrior who lived a long time ago. He had the strength of a bear and speed of a tiger and could cut down 10 men in the blink of an eye. The great stories of his deeds in battle, such are the glory of the sky and that the Skyfather himself decided to honor him with a gift. Did he? The Khan nods. A powerful shaman appeared before the Khan one day and told him he had come for Bolad. Our warriors attacked him. Neither swords nor arrows could touch him. The shaman said the Skyfather had a gift for Bolad, and they had to travel with him to receive it. A gift from the Skyfather is a great honor. Bolad could not refuse, so they left together, never to be seen again. Ever since, it was a warrior's dream to be as good as Bolad and to be honored by the Skyfather. Was anyone else ever honored? How about that? Nobody was as good as Bolad. Who is the shaman? Oh, Abu Hassan ibn Haddad, the Magus. Oh, that's interesting. His name was Haddad. He had many charms about him. Let's say that. Haddad, Haddad, doesn't really matter. The story is about the shaman. The story isn't about the shaman. It's about Bolad, the mighty hero who's honored by the Skyfather. The shaman was just a messenger. How long ago was this? Legends say it was before the Great War that burned the land. What do your stories say about the Great War? They say the Great War was unlike any that came before. They say it was a testament to the spirit and ferocity of the men who lived in those days. Small men fight small wars. Great men fight great wars. Make it sound like it's a good thing. War is a measure of men. A wolf is born to kill. A rabbit is born to be eaten. Each man is given a choice to be a wolf or a rabbit. So if you choose to be a rabbit, don't complain when the wolves come, okay? Do stories say anything about the Kantari? Will you accept Galus' offer, or you speak our language well? How about, do stories say anything about the Kantari? The men from across the sea, my people took measure of them many times. They fought fiercely and fell on us like a tempest, yet fell like grass before our swords. Stories I've heard. Okay, so the stories I've heard were they're mighty warriors. They speak of their shamans. They were numerous and used many tricks to drive our people back. How strong were your people in those days? The great Khan commanded 17 Tumans. Each Tuman had 10,000 warriors. Nothing could stand in his way, not even a Tingri. A Tingri? They are spirits who dwell in the spirit realm. They number 99 and often take interest in the affairs of men. The greatest among them was the 9 great Tingri, the Lord spirits in your language. It's said that the 7 of them were called upon by the shamans during the Great War. Drunk on blood that was flowing like water, the Tingri fought the armies of men and each other. Did the Ordu ever fight the Tingri? We did. Our paths crossed one day. The people's path continued. The Tingris didn't. You killed a god? The victory was not without a cost. 4 Tumans perished that day, but in the end, the Tingri and the Quintari who came out were slain. Okay. Why did you accept Galus' offer? Why did you accept Galus' offer? How about that? I had no choice. The people didn't survive another winter won't survive another winter on the plains. The plains are dying, and if we stay here, we will die with them. Galus' offer means life, but it also means death. But the future generations won't know the ways of the endless plains and open sky. They'll become soft like city dwellers, and this will be our undoing. Speak of our language well. We have to know your enemy. What about the alliance with Lord Gallius? We need each other. It doesn't make us friends. It makes us old enemies who have discovered common interests. Okay. So let's just talk to this guy. Okay, Begutai. You will not work with my Gur Southerner, says Begutai, his face showing no emotion. They say you're the best. I don't mind to tell. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Begutai scoffs. Our place is here, not in stone and hills. We free men, not free men, not. We are free men, not slaves like you. Slaves to soft metal. Slaves to soft men dressed. Okay, he spits in disgust. Streetwise, being free isn't much good to you. If you're dead, comes winter, you will be. As for slaves, every nation needs slaves. You use ropes and chains. We use more civilized mechanisms. Let's just say that. Some die strong. Strong survive, grow stronger. The Ordu way. Maybe then we come to the stone anthill, eh, Southerner? Persuasion. The Ordu sounds surprisingly like every other way these days. The weak die. The strong survive. If it's a challenge you seek, come to Mataran and you'll find a plenty. We are setting up a major war. We are setting up a major war because we're putting the Imperial Guard with Antidus. We put them together. And now we're putting the Ordu and the other guys together. Gallius' guys together. We're setting up some major battle here. We're setting around the end of the world, it seems. Okay, we can either go with the persuasion or lore success. Bolad wasn't afraid to leave the plains and go to Mataran alone. Why yet you hesitate with an army? Or the Ordu way sounds surprisingly like every other way these days. They die, the weak die, strong survives. The challenge you seek is going to Mataran. I'm going to say lore success. Bolad went with the shaman to meet Adad to meet the Skyfather. Or with shaman Adad to meet the Skyfather. Bolad went to Mataran with Abu Hassan ibn Haddad al-Sarabi, the first of the Magi. Don't know why he came for Bolad and where they went next, but if you come to Mataran, we will find out. If you lie, says Begutai, locking his eyes with yours, tell Thorgal my men are ready to go. Okay. That worked out. So we're getting to the point of the game, I guess, where we're getting a few bones thrown our way. A few challenges that actually kind of... But the only thing is we can still fail some of these things, so that's tricky. So we ought not to get too happy about that. Speak, says Thorgal tiredly. I have some questions for you. Or Begotai agreed to. Let's see. What else could you tell me? Let's talk about something else. Okay, let's just tell him that he agreed to go to Mataran. I knew he would come around, nods Thorgal. Where is he? It's time to bury our differences. He gestures and his bondsman let Belgutai in. He approaches the Khan and bows to him, saying something quietly. Something flashes in Thorgal's eyes, but he accepts what was said and turns to you. When do we leave? The pass blocks our way. My warriors will attack it. While you rest in my tent as befits the emissary of a great Khan. Once the pass is taken... Oh, this guy is giving us some... what do you call it? Is giving us some consideration. He's giving us some consideration here. He's actually not sending, a diplomat into battle. Once the pass is taken, we'll continue our journey. Okay, it won't take long. Bass has probably fortified the pass by now and sent for reinforcements. If they arrive, we will be stuck at the pass. Okay, can you return to the fort without raising suspicions? Oh, no. That's hard. Will we? I don't know. I think we will. Because no one was allowed to pass. So I say, no, I'll be attacked on sight. Nothing else can be done. Wait until the pass is taken. There's no way that they would just let us back. The pass lasted less than a day. The defenders fought well and used every advantage they had, but they lacked the numbers and their time ran out sooner rather than later. Bad news, says Thorgal, greeting you when you arrive. My scouts spotted a large force heading for the pass. We have 2, maybe 3 hours. What are you going to do? We stay here, says Thorgal. Even if we leave now, they may catch up with us before we reach Mataran. We will draw some blood from the enemy, then fall back. If they still want to come after us, they'll find nothing but death. Begotai can wait for the enemy and buy us some time. Or do you know who leads them? How's that? Carbo, a true Noyan. We fought him twice in the past, and he twice bested us. I'd like to test his strength one last time, but today isn't the day. What is he like? He's a warrior. There are men who are born to plow land, and there are men who are born to fight and lead men into battle. Carbo is one such man, and we're honored to have such an enemy. Maybe I'll pay him a visit, so I can talk him into sitting this one out. He came to fight. There's nothing you can offer him. Ooh. I'm going to take his advice. Begotai can buy his time. I can't ask him to lay down his life for me. Then I'll do it? No. I'll go to Carbo's camp then. Looks like we might have to turn and betray another person. The Imperial Guard scouts spot you before you can even see their camp. They take you to the Sentries summon officers and escort. Before you know it, you're standing in front of the Imperial Guards with celebrated Legatus Legionis Carbo. I must admit that your visit took me by surprise, says Carbo, dragging his words. I didn't figure the Ordu for quitters. In fact, I was looking quite forward to this little siege and thinking of ways to prolong my enjoyment. If you're here to talk about surrender, you tell those guys that we better put up that they better put up one hell of a fight, because surrender is an option. Actually, I'm here to ask you about let the Ordu go. Okay, are you out of your mind, boy? Why would I let them go? When I have the enemy right in my sight, right where I want them? The Ordu are enemies, always have been. You don't make peace with your enemies, not when you can crush them once and for all. Oh, it's all streetwise. Not sure I get your meaning, says Carbo, frowning. Okay, you're a soldier, Carbo, yet how many wars did you fight in? I know that you're tired of waiting, tired of doing nothing, tired of wasting time, but that's why Carinus went rogue, isn't it? Oh, we can turn it on Carinus there! Or streetwise, I'm not offering you peace, I'm offering the war you've always dreamt of. Oh, no, unless you'd rather sit here and... Oh, baby, hey, we're going to do that one! What makes you think I'm dreaming of wars? You're too good a soldier, Carbo. You're satisfied with... Are you too satisfied to be patrolling the occasional skirmishes. War is the ultimate test of men, yet it's been denied to you. This Paulius doesn't want to rock the boat. Please succeed, thank you. Intelligence persuasion. We're good at persuade intelligence, so please succeed. It's tempting, says Carbo. And under different circumstances, I might have considered it. But now my hands are tied. We're here now, and I can't turn back. What did I tell Paulus? What would I tell my soldiers? That I just had a change of heart and decided to give my enemy another chance? I won't stay in command long after that. Intelligence, persuasion. I understand. You need a reason nobody would question. We'll give 100. We'll leave 100 men behind. They will fight you to the last breath. The main force will go to Mataran. If questioned, you will tell Paulius that the Ordu slipped before you had arrived. By the time you were discovered, it was too late and to pursue them. Oh yes, we're working. Okay. What? Okay, hold on. 100 men. 100 men. No, it's Carvo. You have until dawn to leave this area. If any of my men spot you in the morning, we'll give chase. Now that you've got what you wanted, you better pray that our paths don't cross again. Because if they do, I will have you crucified for enabling and conspiring with the enemy. Are we clear? Okay. I'll be looking forward to it. Oh my gosh. Can I talk to Begutai? Okay, let's talk to Thorgal. Oh. Nothing yet. Hold on. I want to check my skills real quick. We gotta get better at talking. Get as good as we can at talking. Oh, we can do impersonate, but I don't know. We'll wait. Okay, is there anything else here? Nobody here? Blacksmith. Is that just a dead blacksmith? Does he have stuff here? Can we loot him? No. Unfortunately, no. That's a no. Bunch of dead people. Nothing I can do with it though. Need a key to open it. Let's talk to Thorgal. What news do you bring me? Carbo agreed to let us go, but we need to leave 100 men at the pass, or you were right. Staying here is the only option. Good luck, Thorgal. Return to Mataran. We just leave. Carbo agreed to let us go, but you need to leave 100 men at the pass. Why? He can't just turn around and leave. Now that he's here, his own men would question that. Not to mention Paulus, the man he reports to. So he needs every battle and every victory, and it's going to cost us 100 men. It will cost me 100 men? It will cost me 100 men? You, it will cost nothing. I accepted your Khan's offer because I wanted to save my people. And now more of my people have to die for the rest to be saved? What am I going to tell them? They're the best warriors. We're chosen to hold the pass and defend it against all enemies until you return. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. Live forever in songs of your tribe. They'll be known as the 100 men and will wish that they stood with them. And men will wish they stood with them. Or the warriors will be granted the highest honor to be... We'll say that. They will never be forgotten. Yeah, let's do that. I'll make the arrangements. Okay. Oh. Are we gonna die? Are we gonna die? He's gonna be like, and they didn't buy it. Speak, commands Gallius, beckoning you to step forward. About the Ordu. I've already heard Pavola is going to be here shortly to lodge a complaint. Stay, you've earned a place at my table. You gain new insight. Receive more money. Gain Aurelian and Imperial Guard's reputation decreased, loyalty increased. We actually gained loyalty that time. That's interesting. Wait to Pavola. You don't have to wait long. Accompanied by his senior officers, Pavola storms in, huffing and puffing. What is the meaning of all this? He demands angrily. When are the internal affairs of noble houses any of the guards' business? Inquires Gallius with a smirk, enjoying every minute of the spectacle. You're harboring enemies, explodes Pavola. They attacked Harren's Pass and slaughtered the garrison to a man. This is war. This is an unfortunate accident, says Gallius. One of the Ordu tribes has expressed a strong desire to become more civilized. I've invited them to come to Mataran. For what other city is more civilized and open to different cultures? Yet your men at the pass had refused them entry. This is a grave insult to me. I was going to demand restitution, but since they are all dead now, we shall consider this matter settled. You can remain in the city and continue enjoying its hospitality. It isn't over, growls Pavola. It is now, says Gallius, changing tone. I do not seek a war with the guards, nor do I see the guards as my enemies, but if you continue to being a nuisance, I will throw you out and let the Ordu sack your fort. Ooh, boy. Pavola gives Gallius another glare and walks out, leaving you alone with your liege. What should I do now, my lord? I will do my best to domesticate the Ordu and give them something worth following my orders for. While you go to Zemeti and see if you can help out with the temple's whereabouts. I want it dealt with once and for all. He'll give you a bronze reliquary. He gives you a bronze reliquary containing glowing red sphere. It should open the tower to you. Explore and report back without delay. Zemeti. You've heard of Zemeti, now that is a cautionary tale, if there ever was one. It's said that during the war, the town of Zemeti was under siege for almost a year. The walls were impregnable, granite infused with magic, and so it stood until our magi came with a siege engine of immense power. They assured the emperor they would have no problem blasting through the walls. They didn't lie. The siege engine obliterated the walls, the town and its defenders, and our army was ready to charge into the breach, leaving nothing but a tower. The desert where Zemeti used to be was glowing at night for decades, killing anyone who'd come close. How did the tower survive the attack? I don't know. The mere fact that it did was enough for us to seal it and leave it alone. Is it safe now? After so many years, it's quite safe, I assure you. The magic is long gone. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of an awkward situation. The Tower of Zemeti and talk to guys in Ganazar about the Mountain Temple. Again, I wish I knew which ones were applicable to run out. Oh, Gaius Ameris. Demand Lord's justice, shouts the man again with vigor. What happened? I was wrong, the man quickly grateful for the attention. He took my house. He's been through everything out of my house. I've always paid my levies. Always. No questions, no excuses. I have right to demand justice. They won't even let me in to see Lord Gelius. Slow down. Who threw you out of your house and why? Start from the beginning. My name is Caius Ameris, a prospector by trade, says the man, after taking a deep breath and gathering his thoughts. I've seen my fair share of oddities and wonders over the years, but they don't come close to what I've discovered several months ago. I've been exploring the mountain range to the north, following rumors of an ancient temple built into one of the mountains. Suddenly the mountains rumbled and shook, throwing me to the ground. When the quake passed, I saw that there was a long crack in the rock, shining with a blue light. The crack was no more than a few inches wide, so I could only peer inside. Now that I saw what made me weak in the knees, a terrifying horned figure sat upon a throne, gazing at me with indifference. In front of the throne stood the biggest metal chest I've ever seen, flanked by glowing lamps. Continue. It took me a while to realize the mysterious figure was long-dead guardian of the tomb, still clad in battle armor of legends. The armor alone, so well preserved, would fetch a fortune, for it's a gift fit for any lord. As for the chest he was guarding, his mere thought of what was inside made me dizzy. So there I was, a few steps from the biggest find of my life, yet unable to reach it. I would never have been able to go through that rock on my own. So I returned to Mataran carefully and approached a number of men who could find such projects. All but one who had turned me down. What happened? Against my better judgment, I made a deal with Marcus Vala, a man of means and reputation. He invested 12,000 imperials in exchange. For equal measure of the proceeds, I purchased slaves, tools, and supplies. Knowing the large expedition often attract unwanted attention, I hired fighting men to accompany us on the journey. I fully admit that my experience in such matters was limited, but I didn't want to bring another partner to handle it. Even the greatest treasure can be reduced to a handful of coins if you split too many ways. I sense a tragic twist coming. Quite so, nods the man. The slaves worked day and night, for we're in a hurry and soon cut a way in. We soon took the battle armor of the chamber first. The magic animating it was long gone, but it was still quite a marvel. The chest was a marvel too in its own right, but there was no lock. The lid was sealed, fused closed. Our tools couldn't open it, so we had to use the black powder. Twice we had tried, and twice we had failed, but the third blast tore the chest apart, killing several slaves who could still fetch a good price at the market. What was in the chest? Nothing, laughed the man, sounding half mad. Nothing but scrolls that were incinerated the moment we were blasted the chest open. No sooner than I thought that we had the armor. No sooner than I had thought I had the armor than the accursed mercenaries, these dogs without any honor, turned on me. They took the armor and the slaves and left me there, right where I started, alone with my broken dreams. You should have seen it coming. You were hiring fighting men you have no leverage over, and I hope that they would be kind enough to let you keep the spoils. You're lucky they didn't kill you, or that's outrageous. What is the world coming to? We'll say that. Sadly, my misfortunes were far from over. When I returned home, Marcus Vala, this fiend in human form, demanded his money back. Obviously, I couldn't pay him, so the very morning his men came and threw me out of my own house. He told me that until I pay him what I borrowed, the house is his. The audacity! You and your own men recklessly destroyed priceless documents left for future generations, and had squabbled over armor of a man left to guard. You deserve what you got. So where's the armor now? Let's do that. Weren't you listening? It's gone. The mercenary took it. So what makes the armor so special? It's fabled armor of legend. It had plenty of drawings, but this was the first time I'd actually seen I had one before my eyes. It was heavy. It took several men to carry it. I can't fathom the strength of someone who would be able to wear it in battle. Maybe the stories are right. Maybe it was the age of great heroes and we're nothing but children and we were nothing but children to them. Why did they leave someone to guard the chest? Why should I know? Maybe they didn't expect they expect to wait that long, or maybe he was guarding the chest until it was ready to be taken elsewhere. Who knows? Well, better luck next time, I guess. Better luck? I thought you were going to help me. What would you have me do? I was thrown out of my own house. What do you think I want you to do? All right, now take this to Marcus Vala. All right, take me to Marcus Vala. I'm busy. I got places. Okay. Come with me. We'll just see how this goes. Amarius once takes you to an unremarkable house in the trade district. Are you going to kill him? He cautions. He asks cautiously. No, we're not going to kill him. We're going to talk to him. Knock on the door. A rough-looking man opens the door and gives you a hard stare. He looks like a typical mercenary, scarred and broad-shouldered. If you have a guess, his job is to look menacing and scare visitors away. I want to talk to Marcus Vala. The mercenary eyes you for half a minute, hoping you drop dead, run away screaming, then reluctantly offers you to come inside. What can I do for you? Inquires a stern-looking man. I had a conversation with Caius Amarius. He claims that this house belongs to him. Belonged? Corrects the man, smiling amicably. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Marcus Vala of the Vala family. My family is, well, not here to talk about we're not here to talk about my family, are you? A few months ago, Master Amarius approached me, claiming to have found rich deposits of silver ore, close to the surface and easy to extract. He needed money, you see, to buy slaves and equipment. Since his reputation was good, I gladly lent him 12,000 imperials, in good faith, mind you. Against my share of the proceeds. Yet you already know the venture was less than successful. Silver ore, you say? That's what Master Amarius told me at first. Later, he confessed that he wasn't entirely honest with me, but it was too late. Had I known what was at stake, I would have handled everything myself. Ironically, that was what Master Amarius' main concern at the time, and that's precisely why he lost everything in the end. I tried to reason with him, arrange a way for him to repay his debt. I formed an opinion that he didn't owe me anything anymore, and that we were equal partners, equal shares, equal risks, as he so eloquently put it. He feels that we've invested equally. I've invested my money, whereas he invested his expertise in life, which certainly was at risk during the ordeal. Yet in the end, neither his life nor his expertise were lost, only my money, and I was well within my rights to demand and insist on a repayment. You took his house. Well, that was I supposed to take his wife. She just what? So she asserted certain charms, but I'm sure you should hardly worth 12,000 imperials. Okay. I've heard enough. Get out. Let's be reasonable here. Let's do that. Then bring me the armor. Okay. Then bring me the armor, and I'll vacate the house immediately. You have my word. I thought it was taken by mercenaries. It was taken. The question is, where? The relic is something you can't sell to. You can sell to the first trader. It isn't something you can sell to the first trader. It's worth quite a bit of money, since the mercenaries can't sell it in Matarand. There's only one city where they can get half its true worth, and that worth Ganazar. So how do I find them? The mercenaries will need a buyer. One of my men who dabbles in such things will make an offer they won't refuse. When they bring the deal, take care of the mercenaries who bring it to me. Do we have a deal? Oh. My only thing is to tell him to get out otherwise, so that's not going to go well. Okay. Oh no. This is one of those things. This is one of those things, isn't it? This is one of those things. We gave a word of honor that we do that. Any news? Caius Amarius asks, hopefully. I'm working on Marcus now. You can so you can forget about the house, or I'm working on it. Oh no, I'm working with Marcus now, so you can forget about the house, or I'm working on it. Leave. Okay. So we'll leave it there, I think. Hold on. Actually, how much time do we have left? Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, the writing's really good. Sorry, I haven't noted. I have not. I don't know how I missed all the writing. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Can't kill anyone. That was the name, I think. Whoop. I did not. I don't know how I missed the chat. Saw the attack on the side of the soldiers. That's really cool. Hold on. Let me quickly see. I want to go back and make sure I answer a question if you had one. I'm basically traveling. Okay, so you mentioned the traveling in any major city. So it's any major city? Okay. So that was good. Small locations. So that's what I need to watch for. If it's a city, I need to worry. Okay, got it. System. Oh, the amount of people you killed. So that's what it meant by body count. Actually, thanks for letting me know that. I wonder why it said body count. It's an actual stat, the number of people you killed. Yeah, we're doing Talker. We're doing Talker. The writing's really good, though. Hopefully I caught you before heading out. I don't know if I did or not. But if I did, I thank you for the tips. That was okay, yeah, but it was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming by and watching, though. But yeah, I'm guessing that when you're saying biggest lie is probably what this guy said. I'm guessing, or one of the, because I know we had a few lies come into here. I think we just like the words, the honor rule of saying, yeah, we'll definitely bring the armor back. I don't know, but thank you for showing up, by the way. Thank you for showing up, and sorry about missing quite a few of the chats until really late. Saying was safe at Zemeti. Oh, he was saying, oh, that's the lie. Oh, I need to worry? Oh, no. He's saying it's nice and safe at Zemeti. That's a little foreboding, right? All right, but we'll probably leave it off here. This has been a fun stream. And thanks for showing up, and thanks for giving me some information on it. Because I was kind of confused because I was looking at the map here. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we're doing Talker, though. We're definitely doing Talker. I don't know if you've seen the earlier streams or not, but we already did Kingmaker. But we've ended up having to betray everyone we passed by because because every opportunity it's either a fight or betray the people. So we've been constantly betraying people. trying to avoid just getting into a fight because our chance to hit is 4%. Our chance to hit is 4%. So, but thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the advice, and have a good one. Have a good week. We'll be back. We do this episode on Wednesdays, pretty much Wednesdays every week. We do a Age of Decadence stream. So if you're still interested in seeing how talking works out and trying to avoid every kind of fight, we'll be back next week with this one. I do other games throughout the week, but you have a good one. Have a good one, and I'll have a good one, and see you all later. Bye. Bye.